I'm Max.
Hi, and I'm Denise.
And welcome back to another edition of Urban Lifestyles. We're out here on a beautiful day and in early August, and we're here at an old development. There's going to be a new development called Paris Town Green, and it's something that's going to be really, really, really great for the neighborhood.
Exciting. We're here in the Highlands. We're here with urban downtown living. So hopefully we'll have the restoration of the authenticity of these beautiful older buildings, which is what the Highlands is about, and also bringing in a freshness and a rejuvenation.
Right. Well, we've got a segment that we're going to be talking about just a little bit later, and we'll even expand on that more. We've got a great show today. We've got a visit with Chef Randy Posh. We're checking in with LG&E. We're going to hear from B96 and Magic 101.3, and we're going to be talking about fitness with
Any means fitness.
And we will also check in with Ross at Middletown Cycling and also Louisville Water Company Heroes. We'll take a quick break and back with more right after this.
We are mothers,
fathers,
neighbors, and friends.
Working hard when the weather is good.
and even harder when it's not.
With online updates to keep you safe and informed during the storm.
Programs to save you energy and money.
And new projects to help us provide cleaner, more reliable energy.
We're more than an energy company.
We are LG&E.
We're LG&E.
We are LG&E.
Our energies go to serving.
So Denise, you had an opportunity to catch up with Natasha Collins with LG&E, and as we always talk about, energy matters. So what did you all talk about this week?
Well, this time, if you've ever been out and you've seen markings, on pavement or the streets, it's about digging. And the commercial that you'll see that says 811 to call before you dig.
Right.
Let's look at Natasha because she's going to tell you why. Well, I have to call this an empowering, segment because this is with LG&E, and I'm here with the lovely Natasha Collins. And Natasha, again, usually Max is talking with you. I get the pleasure today, but welcome.
So good to be with you. It's been a while since we've gotten to do it together.
Yes, it has.
So
I
glad.
love all the projects that LG&E does. The way I think, I want to know what's going on behind what's going on. So share with us today why we're out here and what the significance of the day is.
Absolutely. So during the month of August, we celebrate National Safe Digging Day. And so that's why we're out here. It's August, and the play on the number, right? Because 811 is the same as Kentucky 811. And what that is the free statewide computer service that actually connects excavators or those who are doing digging projects with the actual companies that have lines underground. So the companies come out, they mark the lines. There's a process to make sure it's safe, but that's why we're talking about it. We want to make sure everybody's being safe when they consider doing any kind of digging.
So what you make me think of some of the commercials that you all have, which are great, where it says call before you dig. We're going to talk about why it's so important that you do that. It sounds like, okay.
Your chances of completing an excavation project successfully and safely increase by 99% when you use Kentucky 811. So that's reason enough right there. But when people use the service, what they also do is make sure that they won't be injured, people in their community won't be injured, service is not interrupted, whether it's to a house or a neighborhood, and also they avoid costly fines. So we can get into what the actual process is if you want to do that.
Okay, you just mentioned avoiding costly fines. So this sounds like the law is involved in this?
That's exactly right. Actually, just a couple of years ago, the statute regarding, making sure that you have lines marked before digging takes place, that was updated. And so what it allowed to happen is that the Kentucky Public Service Commission, the regulator, can levy fines against folks who don't follow that rule. So it's $1,250 for the first fine, $2,000 for the second fine, $4,000 for the third, and any subsequent fines. So it is costly. Certainly safety is the top reason why, but you can also incur some pretty hefty fines if you're not doing what they tell you.
Natasha, usually I see a lot of places where there's, I guess you could say, digging going on and some work about to presume. Is that always LG&E? Because it seems like it's such vast areas and different projects.
Right. No, you know what? That's a great question because a lot of times we do get some folks who might want to call if they're concerned that lines have been marked on their property and they wonder what it's for. It's not always LG&E. As we mentioned, Kentucky 811 is a statewide service, and so it does connect the excavators with the companies that have lines underground, but that's not always us. It could be cable, water, sewer, telephone, so any of those companies would be marking, and it could be for a company that has a project going on and they've asked for the lines to be marked, or it could be for a property owner as well.
And then one other thing, because I am curious, sometimes I guess you all are having the projects where you start the digging, I guess to repair a problem, But is there a time where you all are going in to enhance something like wiring or something like that?
Sure, we have a lot of different projects, as you can imagine, going on with thousands of miles of natural gas lines. And we have a lot of different projects to enhance the infrastructure that provides service to customers. So sometimes there are projects that are taking place in different locations, and some of those, it might be for, they all have different purposes, but certainly there are projects that are there to enhance service, to put in some of the new equipment. I think you guys might have covered, several years ago, we completed a huge natural gas project that transferred over to, old bare steel materials to newer plastic, more durable materials. So we do have different projects going on, but we've got a lot of different things that we need to make sure that we're keeping track of, making sure that we're keeping everybody safe. And Kentucky 811 helps us to do that for all of the underground infrastructure, whether it's electric or gas.
Well, that's always some great information, and that's something that, I've had to use before, and it really makes a difference when you do follow instructions. It makes that whole installation, whatever you're doing, just run a lot more simpler.
And then plus that they have the co-joint ventures, I guess you could say, with other entities, because everything that's going on with LG&E is not all LG&E, so there are other entities involved, but it's the teamwork that counts. So they're essential to our lives, and this was just something else I learned about, and you need to be compliant to call before you dig.
Call before you dig. Call before you dig. I've said it 3 times, call before you dig. So now it's something I'll make sure that I definitely do.
Yes, and I'll make sure you do.
We'll take a quick break and back with more right after this.
Station for R&B. Magic 101.3. Need that green light. With your permission. We're live, local, and Louisville. Magic 101.3, the home of Steve Harvey and Morning Show.
My name is Michelle Jones, and I'm in customer care. I've been with the organization since August, so August the 4th will be my anniversary. Well, Drops of Kindness is a Louisville Water Company's version of being, or another version of being socially responsible. It's serving the community. Right now, everyone is suffering through the virus, through economic issues, not being able to pay their bills on time. Everybody is getting behind, even customers that previously always made their payments on time. So Drops of Kindness is us being socially responsible, offering some options, and the options being a pay plan, so that this is uniquely customized by the customer. They're telling us when they can pay and how much they can pay. I mean, it's structured weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly payment plan, but it's given them the opportunity to consider everything else that they have going on, their rent, their other bills, even their current water bill, but it gives them the opportunity to get caught up. Well, the responses are quite favorable because they're in trouble. They know that they have this high water bill that's looming over their head, and they're concerned about keeping their water. So they're quite favorable. We've sent out communications, and we've got some information out in media. So they're reaching out to us, and we're reaching out to them. And they like it. They like being able to have a plan so that they can pay their bills because they want to pay their bills. They just right now with people not working, with the cost of products being more, it's difficult for them. So they're anxious to pay their bills, and they're excited that we have a plan for them. For me, it's rewarding because I am customer service. It's what I do. I'm not in customer service by accident. So to be able to talk to people in good times and it's happy, it smiles, that's good. But even when they're in the worst time of their life, I do find it rewarding to be able to meet them there, to speak to them at their level, to offer some solutions. So it's rewarding for me because these are times when your customer service chops are put to test. So if someone wants to take advantage of or to learn more about acts of kindness, they just need to give us a call here in customer care and we will work with them. It sometimes turns out to be a long call because we need them to look at the calendar and work with their budget, because it's important that they don't just select a random amount. It needs to fit in their budget so that they can be successful. So it's just a telephone call. We are very proud of the drinking water at Louisville Water. We have named it Louisville Pure Tap, so we're really proud of the quality of the water that we bring to you.
Thank you, Max and Denise, for having me. But hey, it's your favorite girl, Bella Ray, in the afternoon on B36.5. Now let's talk, because we have a lot to go over. For one, we still have Holiday World tickets. I always want you to go spend time with your babies, with your family, have some nice, clean fun in Holiday World. And of course, I got $1,000 that I want to give away. $500 goes to you. $500 will actually go to your school as well. So $1,000 is what that equals. You got to head over to hiphopb965.com to enter in for those Holiday World tickets and that $1,000 giveaway. And don't forget, I'm always trying to save some money when I can. So with that Kentucky deals, I call it Bella's Deals of the Week. We, of course, are having a fire sale, which means things are 50% off. You want to go to Extreme Nasium? I have a family 4-pack for 1-hour jump passes for $6.25. Yes, you heard me right, $6.25. You know how much it costs to take a family of 4 to any jump place? A lot of money. And you don't even have to do that with Kentucky Deals, aka Bella's Deals. But of course, if you want to check out more of what's going on around the community, if you want to check out more of even what's going on right here in the 502, we got you. Head over to hiphopb965.com and we always will keep you locked in. All right? But thank you so much, Max and Denise. It's back to you.
You know, with this show, we have an opportunity to run across some great people, and we get to experience a lot of different things. And you had an opportunity to meet up with Chef Randy Posh. Yeah. So tell us about that.
Randy is a great young man, and of course, we first met him that we attended brunch at our friend's home, and I was intrigued with his story, and I said, you know what? Let's share his story with all the others. So let's take a look. So I have a treat for you all today, more so for a treat for me. But I want to introduce you to a renowned African-American chef here in Louisville that I met at some friends' home when he prepared a meal for us. And this is Chef Randy Posh. And Randy, welcome to Urban Lifestyle.
Thank you. It's a pleasure being here. It's a pleasure cooking for you guys. This is a great opportunity. Thank you.
No, I know there's a lot to your story, and I'm very inquisitive. I wanted to ask about how you got into being a chef, but if you don't mind, let's start right now. We're here at Manna, and I think you are the executive chef. So talk about your roles here, what you do independently, and let's start there.
Yeah, so recently I came on board in January 2020. I'm the corporate chef for Manna, which is a corporation owned by Junior Bridgman. I'm also Junior Bridgman's personal chef. We do a lot of charity events around the city. I get involved with a lot of galas and things that we can raise money for people in need in the West End and area. And we also volunteered to feed the homeless on the weekends as well. Just anything that we could do to really help out Louisville.
So basically, Chef Randy, how did you come about to fall into this fabulous opportunity for being executive chef here at Manna for Junior Bridgman?
A good friend of mine, my brother Darnell Ferguson, he's a good mentor by Junior Bridgman. He owns Super Chef Restaurant. He's my brother. He's been helping me out in my career as well. We're helping each other out. We went to culinary school together at Sullivan University. And Mr. Bridgman was looking for a corporate chef, and my brother reached out to me. He knew it was a perfect opportunity with the same belief system. He knew I'd be in good hands coming here.
When you speak of belief systems, what does that involve?
Oh yeah, okay. So Manna represents a Christian-based, company where we're able to talk about God. We're able to pray. We got a prayer room here. We got a pastor in this facility as we speak. If we have any problems, we can just go to the prayer room or call the pastor, and he help us out. And like being a chef in my career, this is the only opportunity that I had to be in an environment where I can be who I am and be able to speak highly of God and be able to stand behind my belief system as well.
I was just listening to that. Do you realize how fortunate and blessed you are? A lot of people don't get to work in an environment or the culture of the environment that really speaks to, your belief system. So basically, in regards to you being the chef here, what do you find most amazing and that you appreciate the most? And what is your day-to-day like here being the chef here? Let me ask you that.
My day-to-day, you say my time frame every day is I come in, I try to bring something else to the table. I like my personality. I try to talk to the staff. I try to build a strong relationship. There's so many talented people under one roof, and I wanted to be able to pick everybody's brains as well and just learn from them and be mentored by Junior Bridgman as well. I chit-chat with Mr. Bridgman every morning and try to pick his brain and just learn from him. He's great at what he does, and I believe if you're around successful people, it's naturally contagious. It rubs off on me. And so on a day-to-day basis is I feed the staff here on the weekends. I feed the homeless on Sunday. There's a great organization that we stand behind, like called Hip Hop Cares. Hip Hop Care is an organization ran by Jeff Gill. And he does Hip Hop Cares on Sunday, which we feed the homeless on First and Broadway between 11 and 12. It's an organization that Jeff Gill started about 4 years ago, and I'm just happy to be part of that organization and be able to feed the homeless and give back. I grew up in poverty, and I know what they're going through. And for me to give back each week, it's really a blessing to me. I get blessed by doing that as well.
Now, when you speak of, I'm going to let you keep going with your rhythm over here preparing food, but when you mentioned about your background and the way you grew up, basically, can you speak to that a little bit more? And from that, how did you discover your passion for cooking?
Absolutely. Growing up, my mom was a single mom raising 3 kids by herself. I grew up without a father, so it was really challenging. I never wanted to play the victim card. I always wanted to turn my pain into something. My mentality was I always want to be able to give a return on my mom's investment. She sacrificed so much for me, and my mentality is I can't give up. I never want to let her down. So my drive every day to wake up and smile when I don't feel like smiling, and it's all because of my mom, because she sacrificed everything for me. And so for me to be able to give back to the community and be able to showcase my talents that she blessed me with, I want to be able to just give back. The more I give back, the more blessed that I am. I really strongly believe in that.
Share a little bit about what you're doing here, and I'm watching you because I know sometimes you go into restaurants and you can see like this what you're making there. I don't know what the little secrets are and tricks. So share with us about what you're preparing for us here.
Okay, so this afternoon, I'm preparing a blackened salmon with a summer vegetable couscous salad. It's a light salad served warm at room temperature. It's really light and refreshing for this time of year. I'm also serving with a champagne sweet corn, champagne vinaigrette. It's just really light and just really let the food speak for itself and really let the salmon speak as well, and really healthy as well.
Okay, so if you could give some tips in regards to people who cook and prepare meals, and there are a lot of good cooks out there, what is one thing you would share for people who cook? Would it have to do with seasoning, or what would it be? Because I want some tips myself.
A tip would be, the tip would be is cook from the heart, and stay focused, and just really let the food speak for itself. Meaning use fresh ingredients, and a little bit of salt and pepper goes a long way.
So I didn't want to leave you all in mystery, but I'm about to partake in this fabulous meal. And Randy, while I'm about to partake, because all of it is my favorite, and again, share with us what you did prepare here.
Yes, and so this is a blackened salmon with a summer vegetable couscous salad with a sweet corn champagne vinaigrette. It's nice and vibrant for this time of year, light and healthy. It just really hits the spot for me. It's one of my favorite dishes to cook for my clients, and just healthy, light, and just refreshing.
It's wonderful. I have to talk with food in my mouth, but it is wonderful. How long does it take to prepare a meal like this?
For me, it takes about 10 minutes. If you're a home cook, maybe about 15. Most fish take about between 6 to 7 minutes from start to finish. The couscous salad can be pre-made as well. So I think maybe about 12 to 15 minutes max.
One thing I like about it is this is definitely a 5-star meal like you would see in a higher echelon type restaurant. But unlike sometimes when we go out to eat and Max may say, oh, this is cute food because the portions are so minimal, your portions are quite generous. Is that normal for this type of a meal?
Like for me, I grew up, man. So like I didn't have a lot of money. So like when I go to like a fine dining restaurant, and the portion size is small, and you paid a lot of money, I want more bang for my buck. For me, we live in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm a Southern boy, so I want to make sure I give you guys rich, hearty portions. Now, typically, if I was in a restaurant, I'll cut back the portion size just a hair. But I think that these days, money is tight. You should get what you pay for.
Well, you know, it looked like you had a great meal, and I have to tell you, what you brought me was excellent.
Oh, yeah. You were quiet. You didn't have anything to say. I just couldn't really finish getting into the meal as I wanted to. 5-star meal. I mean, it was great, and just watching him to prepare it, so I'll see if I can do something like that. But
yeah, I think we'll just leave that to him. But he did a great job. So if you're looking for a chef for your own personal events, you know, bring him into your home. Of course, his addresses and email and all of his contact information is on the screen. We'll take a quick break and back with more right after this.
Hello, Max and Denise. Dewan here with my beautiful wife, Jordan.
Hello.
Today we want to do something a little different. We want to go through a full body circuit training, which is going to focus on pretty much every muscle group in your body. So we'll start. I'm going to have Jordan grab the dumbbells. First thing she's going to do is she's going to do squat press. So she's going to pop the weights up on her shoulders. Again, this is targeting the legs and your upper body at the same time. We're going to do 3 rounds of 10 reps.
I'll get the side view so you can see the squat form.
Good. As you can see, she's putting all her weight back on her heels. When she comes up, she's exploding up, working her shoulders at the same time. So next, Jordan's going to do a dumbbell row. So she's going to lean over. All right. Make sure her back's really flat. And she's squeezing from the middle of her back, which is very important. You don't want to use your shoulders. So don't pull from here, pull from here. All right. And Jordan's going to do a bridge chest press. So we got Jordan working out today. Look. So he's going to bridge it real high. Yep.
Squeeze your glutes and your core. And
That's
pull
it.
your belly button in as you do this.
Very important what she said. So you can also focus on your glutes. So when you up, drive through your heels and really force that butt up as high as you can. Same time, keeping your abs tight, okay? Keep your abs real tight. All right, so next thing we're going to do, we're going to hit those arms. So she has bicep hammer curls. Yep, going straight up.
We've got a little visitor.
We got a little
That's
visitor
okay. We're
here.
working
Yeah,
from home.
that's it. Yeah, and then next she's gonna do kickbacks, so she focus on her triceps. So elbows up high. You're gonna have a 90-degree angle, pushing back, really squeezing those triceps. So the last thing she got, we're gonna also work in some cardiovascular at the same time. She's gonna set the dumbbells down. And then you wanna do this for 30 seconds, okay? So she's gonna go high knees pretty quick. And it's all about getting those knees up so you can really target your core, pumping those arms at the same time. So that's really great cardio. Now, every exercise is going to have to be done back to back. That's for circuit style training. It's built to burn a lot of fat while also building lean muscle mass at the same time. And we put a little cardiovascular at the end to keep their heart rate pumping, continue to burn fat.
So you can do this at home like I just did, or if you're back in a gym somewhere, you can grab some dumbbells at a gym, just need one piece of equipment and get it done.
That's it, that's it. So stay safe, stay healthy, keep doing what you do. We appreciate you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey everybody out there in Urban Lifestyles, I'm Ross Horace with Middletown Cycling, and today I just kind of wanted to talk to you about the coronavirus and how a lot of people, we're now social distancing, we're staying outside with our families. And with Louisville and the cycling infrastructure in place, the parklands and everything, there's really never been a better opportunity to get your family involved in cycling and to get your children bikes that they'll be able to grow with and really enjoy cycling. A lot of us, if you're like me, we grew up with department store bikes. They were almost always broken, they didn't work, and I kind of had a negative thing in my mind about cycling. But there are quality bikes. Stores like Middletown are here to provide them. And even for your little, your toddler, this is a bike that's designed so that they never have to learn how to do training wheels. They just push it and they balance. We obviously maintain all the bikes we sell. We'll take care of them. But as your child grows, we also take trade-ins. So we offer at least a third of the original value back towards the next purchase. So with all the new things that are going on, hopefully we're all going to have better outdoor lifestyles. Hopefully you guys can make us part of that with your kids and your family. Cycling is an awesome way to get outside, to have a good time. these children's bikes. This is a 24-inch. This would be for like an 8, 7-year-old up to 10. This you could go ride in the Parklands. You have gears. But even though this would be the first bike that your kid might have gears on, but this little guard here, that's designed so if the child drops it, it's not going to damage the bike as much. So, you know, there really is a bike for everybody and every age group. This bike's a 16, probably a child about 3, 4, 5 would get on something like this. At this age, though, there's other opportunities. You can get bikes where you kind of turn your bike into a tandem. It's called a trailer bike, and actually do longer distances. I really hope everybody's getting a chance to check out the outdoor spaces. I've never seen so many nice tans out there. But if you get out there and you want to get some exercise, you want to pedal some bikes, please think of us, and be safe, Will, and you guys in Urban Lifestyle have a great day. Appreciate it.
Well, as we open the show, we said we're here at Paristown Green, which is located where?
Right in the heart of the Highlands on Barrett Avenue, not far from Broadway.
Right, and it's the old government center, and it has been deserted for quite a while, and now there's a new group in town, not new to the city of Louisville, but there's a group that's looking at taking this project over and turning it into something that's going to be great for not only the community, but for the entire city. And the group is the Underhill Development, and what they're planning to do with this piece of property is just really amazing.
The restoration, like I said earlier in the segment, and then just holding on, because this is what's authentic when you look at the area of the Highlands. Right. And so the beauty and the artistic of the buildings and the homes and things like that. And so the type of homes that they're going to build, you know, a little bit for everybody, from senior to young adult to helping out with Bellarmine to rooftop gardens, grocery stores. I mean, the amenities. Plus, this is downtown living.
Right.
That's suitable for everybody, and the diversity of all this welcome that can come here and enjoy.
Before we leave, we've just found out that Kamala Harris is the Democratic nominee for vice president on Joe Biden's ticket. So that is history making in itself.
It is, yeah. Here we go.
So congratulations I would like to say congratulations to the Democratic ticket, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Again, we are living in a part of history. You know what? I think that's our show.
Yeah, and now that it's our time.
And we'll see you back here next time on Urban Lifestyles.
Bye.
Bye-bye.